Hi Capricorn, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your 4-month predictive tarot and oracle card reading. This is a reading for all Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We are going to go September through December. And if we get hints about 2025, I'll share those too. I only do this reading twice a year, so I'm looking forward to it. All right. All right, September, you've got the Five of Wands, the energy of strength, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. Moving on. Into October, we start off with the Star, the Seven of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, nice aspects for money, and the World, money, moving, travel. In November, you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the High Priestess. December, we've got the King of Wands, the Moon, the Two of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. 3 eights here. Eights are about rhythm, vibration. Unity is the underlying quality of them. Now down here, you've got the Seven of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Hangman. Now that Hangman is a light bulb moment, that epiphany, that aha, it's seeing things. So if there's been something that's been stressing you out, you might decide to release it during this next cycle. If it's somebody who brings in a lot of drama and you say, I've tried and tried and tried with this person, I feel like you may see it differently and put them in a different spot in terms of how they can access you. I also feel like, too, you've got nice aspects, of course, for money here, but you do have love and social interactions, too. So I feel like with that Three of Pentacles energy, it's all about collaboration, teamwork. And so if you need some sort of resource, like you say, I agree, I need a contractor, I need something in terms of your job. That Nine of Swords, needless worry, I feel like help is going to be on the way, especially if you've been searching high and low. Or even if you're a recruiter and you're saying, how come nobody wants to work? What's going on here? I feel like you're going to find people. So I definitely see a shift showing up here for you. Now we're going to bring in these oracle cards here. We have, by the way, Leo, Taurus is here, Pisces is here, Aquarius is here, and we have here 6 major arcana, I believe. All right. You have the card of midnight in September, dawn, interesting. It's always darkest before the dawn. Eternal love and the graveyard. I love these oracle cards. They're so much fun. I wish I would think of using them more often. So midnight, it's the most magical hour of all. When the clock strikes midnight, I feel like you're right on the precipice of a change. You put in the work, you've got the focus, and I feel like too, you've got here the Eight of Cups shows you moving on from something you've outgrown. And it really is about moving on. It's not being afraid. It's not staying stagnant or stuck. You do have that down here, but I feel like it may be somebody around you that you move on from. Or even if it's a job, if you leave a job, I feel like in a couple of months they'll try to get you back. They may try to see if they can keep you anyway, but I feel like they'll try again. It won't be the last you hear from them. So with this card of midnight, you're right on the horizon of change. It's really also, too, a card that shows psychic abilities, that knowing, so pay attention to it. Don't ignore those internal feelings, those guidances, yes. Okay, that guidance that we get. I feel like they're trying to tell you that there's something more here. So that Five of Wands, like I mentioned, it is a bit of a chaotic energy. I feel like you're going to be moving, though, into a much more focused energy. You have 3 eights here. I think I said we had 3 eights total. We actually have 4. And they're such wonderful numbers, this energy of peace and magic. That's what the eights will do for us. Though the infinity symbol here shows infinite opportunities. So if something has been chaos around you, you notice how all the characters, these two are focused. This one's moving on. There's going to be something about your focus, just keeping it focused on moving ahead little by little. And if it seems like you're just kind of chipping away or plugging away at something, you know, for instance, maybe you're doing some kind of social media platform and you're like, well, I gained 4 subscribers today. I didn't lose any. Hey, that's plugging away and chipping away at it. And all of a sudden things can take off. So just keep chipping away is what I hear them saying. And so you're not moving backwards, you're moving forward here. But with this too, in terms of relationships, I feel like you have somebody coming in here. It begins with you, okay? It begins with your own love of self, your own deeper understanding of yourself. And really that's when we're ready. So if you're single in September, I feel like October and November, you've got great energies for love, especially for October. I would say I wouldn't rule out September with the energy of strength. It can be one of those times when you've just about given up, you've just about resigned yourself and said, I'm okay if I never meet anybody. But you know, there are 8 billion people, right? My son just moved to a new state and he had, the first day he went out to interact, he had people asking for his number, not romantically, but just trying to connect with them, okay? And see, so that sort of thing. Even in the mundane level, if you're seeing that happen too, where people are asking for your number, and again, not romantically, just in friendship, know that there's a shift happening where you're starting to have more and more connections building. Acknowledge that with the universe and more will come. So into October, I like this card of the owl. I'm sorry, the dawn. There is a card of the owl, and I think I saw the hawk and thought it was the owl. Okay, with the card of dawn, I like this too, though. The light after the darkness. So you have midnight and then dawn. There's always that dawn of a new day. There's something about that that's auspicious when these two come in together like this. It really is saying that. I feel like in October, if you have some challenges that you've been navigating, here's where you say, I made it through, I made it out on the other side. And the tarot supports that as well in October. So I feel like with this, you're going to find that things just get a lot easier. You're in flow. People are lighter. If you're in search of something, if you need somebody to do a repair or you need to hire people for something, you're going to have what you need here. Now, if you need a job too, I feel like you're going to have a big boost in income. If you're searching for a job and you've just been chipping away and chipping away at it with all these 8s, your 9s are your attainment, yes. But when you have the star and the world, talk about attainment. The world is like the achieving every single thing you've ever desired. With these 2 beefy, earthy energies of the 7 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, especially for money, this is going to be great. Now, the star tells you that there's better times ahead. The world tells you that you're going to be in perfection. So I feel like you have such a great harmonious energy here. Even if you just kind of stay the course in September, I feel like when you get into October, you're really going to be feeling alive, renewed, confident, but you're going to have success. This is a yes month. This is everything coming together. So if you're interviewing for jobs, here's your new job right here. If you're moving, here's your new place. And so with the 7 of Pentacles, it's harvest season. So October will be one of your months to harvest and reap what you sow. That King of Pentacles, though, I just keep getting like you're going to have more money. So if you have been finding that things have been holding steady with money, you're going to have an increase with this. And with the energy of the world, it is perfection. It's a life without limits. It's also a great time to travel when you see the world. So if you are planning a trip, I feel like, or even if you have a little bit of time off, if you change jobs, I feel like it'll be time well spent. But with the world, anything is possible. Nothing's limited. You've taken the governor off of your life. So any creative adventures, if there's been something you keep tossing around, you're thinking about beginning something new, go for it. This is the month where you really have all the elements aligning to make things happen, to make those changes happen. So when we get into November here, we have the card of eternal love. Love is love is love, and it transcends physical death. Now, don't get scared, okay? This does not mean anyone's going to pass away. Love is energy. Energy is never created or destroyed. So when we get into a funk, when we get into this, it's just energy. And so what we have to do is acknowledge it and start using our mind to create, start using our mind to visualize. How, you know, I've mentioned this before. I discovered the book by Shakti Gawain called creative visualization when I was about 17, and I started using the practices. I didn't know what metaphysical even meant. I just was like, well, that seems like a good idea to think about what I want in my mind. Well, and feel the energy of having it now. So when you can do that, you're aligning with higher energies. You have an army of warriors walking alongside you every single day. All of our dearly departed loved ones, they're energy now. Even if you didn't like them when they were alive, they're still just an energy body. They can't do anything to hurt you. So if you have a dream and somebody appears and you go, ooh, ew, I didn't like them when they were here, I don't like them in my dreams, you can command your sleep in that state akin to sleep before you nod off. I feel like it's for somebody here that just had a bad dream. So bear with me when we talk about that. I feel like you can command and tell your subconscious what you want to see at night. So with this, the card of eternal love, I feel like you're going to, I mentioned before, you may have a second swing at an old job, but I don't think you're going to move back into it. I see you as moving forward. So with the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the High Priestess, that High Priestess brings in an energy of knowing, okay? There's another card called the Underworld in this Oracle card deck that features the pomegranates that the High Priestess card features. It's Law of Attraction symbolism. Her crown is made up of moons that touch those energy of the universe, those pomegranates that represent our 3D reality. So I feel like with this, information is going to come out, and especially too with the Page of Swords, he's the internet spy. So if you go digging, you're going to get results. Now with that, if it's something to do with relationships, if you are online, if you're doing some kind of online dating, I feel like your spidey skills will be turned up. You'll recognize when you shouldn't or should consider someone. But I also feel like, too, you may have somebody who shows up here. Now, I liked October for love. We probably didn't talk about it enough in October. But I feel like you have somebody who comes in that represents that Knight of Cups energy. Someone who's romantic, someone who will be very taken by you. All right? They think about you a lot. They think of creative ideas, too, for the two of you to go out and do things together. And with that Ace of Pentacles, they're done looking. They found what they've wanted this whole time. And so I feel like you have somebody who's going to get serious quickly on you. So any new opportunities that show up for you in the month of November, feel like they move forward with ease. Now know that you can trust your intuition. You'll be able to spot a lie from the truth in seconds. So any type of business dealings, if you're purchasing something, if you get some kind of weird email or text, I feel like you're going to hit the report phishing button immediately. I feel like with this, you're gonna be in a place where you're very well protected. There's nothing here that feels off or like it wouldn't be, wouldn't be for you. You've got cards of balance here too. Now into December, I like this card, the Graveyard. You have the card of unnecessary fear. And I feel like it's this one. Now, it may be somebody coming back around trying to get a second shot. This is where I got that idea, if you leave a job, that they're going to try to get you back. But I feel like, too, for you, I just don't see you going for it. I see you as moving forward. So that Eight of Swords is a self-imposed prison. So when we talk about unnecessary fear, it's exactly that. Eights are rhythm and vibration. And so you've got the 3 eights that began the reading, but with this one, it really is about being careful not to borrow anyone else's fear, not to be in a place of being anesthetized so that you don't move forward where you're too afraid to do anything. I feel like with this, though, again, you've got this King of Wands, and the King of Wands, you'll be feeling, especially with the Two of Wands, you'll be feeling that impetus to go for it. So with the energy of the moon, I mentioned before, if something's ended, I feel like you're going to get more information that just solidifies the ending, where you're going to look at it and say, that is not for me, and I'm not interested in turning back. And so the moon reveals more, but the moon is also, too, a card that tells you you're on the right path, that the universe is guiding you. So allow it to. There's more going on behind the scenes. And I do feel like those mysteries and secrets are going to be revealed with the moon. Now, the Two of Wands is also a card of taking action. It's a card of success. And with that Two of Wands, I feel like you're in a place where you're going to have choices. Again, I feel like if there's something that ends, you're going to have a second swing at it. I just don't see you taking it. I feel like you're going to look at it so differently than you would have even in September. You're going to be seeing it through a different set of eyes. And so with the energy of the King of Wands, as you move into 2025, I feel like you're going to be inspired to just be confident, to move forward, to start new opportunities, to try new things. And in terms of a love relationship, I do feel like you have a partnership here that grows and evolves. It's a relationship too that I feel like in 2025 is really going to get serious if it's not already by here. So you have a great cycle ahead. Good things are coming for you, Capricorn. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.